Hey, happy Friday to you and yours. Now sit back, relax, and prepare to laugh. Because today is April 21st, which means we are only 61 days away from the start of summer, and only 62 days until Christmas decorations start appearing in the stores. But right now it is spring, and as Tennyson wrote, in spring a young man's fancy turns to thoughts of yard work. Yeah. Yard work, it's usually defined as mowing the grass, raking the leaves, and spreading the fertilizer, but for me, it's really expanded past that. You see, my whole yard is a garden, so I have nothing to mow, but my yard work includes chasing rabbits, killing bugs, and yanking weeds out by the roots. It's a killing field and good down-home fun. I grow tomatoes, because I like tomatoes, and they can be used on everything. It can be used in salads, they can be used on burgers. Those little hard green ones can be used to throw at the rabbits. In the past, I grew zucchini, but quickly discovered that a single zucchini plant yields about 5 dozen zucchinis that all ripen on the same day. I used to give them away to the neighbors until they drafted a petition to make me stop. But nobody can stop me from reporting the news, no matter how ridiculous it is, as you will see in today's Friday Funnies. I'm not really a home fix-it kind of guy. Don't get me wrong, I'm not useless around the house. I can change most light bulbs and replace batteries, but when it comes to plumbing, I call a professional. Too bad Gracie Henderson of New Caney, Texas didn't think of that. You see, Gracie had a clogged toilet, and she didn't have a plunger. So she didn't want to call an expensive plumber for a simple clog, so she decided to clear itself with her bare hand. Let me just pause to say, ew! She stuck her hand in the toilet. Then she said she felt some toilet paper and went to pull it out, and this is when she realized that her hand was stuck in the toilet. So she tried and pulled, and she just could not get her hand out. So with her other hand, she called the fire department, which was cheaper than a plumber. The firefighters had to remove the toilet with her still attached to it and took it outside, where they broke it apart with a sledgehammer, which is very difficult to do when you're laughing that hard. Having spent years in the advertising business, I know that a good headline is the most important part of an ad, and it's also the most important part of a news story. And the following headline would win an award, if there was one, for Headline of the Year. A story this week out of Nice, France began with this headline: Police arrest sausage-waving man dressed in camouflage acting suspiciously during Easter Mass. What more needs to be said? Police arrested a man in St. Pierre d'Ardenne Church on Easter after he stood up during the service, put on ski gloves, yelled something, and began waving a sausage over his head. Now, this same story was reported in a German newspaper under a different yet equally intriguing headline. Theirs was, "The worst is yet to come." In Wisconsin, the home of all things cheese, a tragedy of epic proportions occurred on a road in West Allis. A semi-truck's brakes caught on fire and started to burn the trailer, which was filled with 20,000 pounds of Velveeta cheese. Between the diesel fuel and the cheese substance, a massive fire broke out and turned the truck into a huge fondue pot. Nearby residents flocked to the scene with beer and waving forks of crusty bread. Hey, that's it for another week of frivolity, my friends. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss a single laugh, and I will see you next week.